Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to game number 3 here. A couple of young teams from all over Saskatchewan. And one of the things to note is that when you open up this tournament, it opens up to a lot of players, and a lot of these young guys are able to put some of their playing partners throughout the year together. As these gentlemen play in leagues throughout Saskatchewan, a lot of junior B players on each side as well. A couple also, I believe Jason Albert has got a son on each team. This is the Gallican Grizzlies and the Sask Elite here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we've been trying to adjust, I guess, the sound. I believe we should have some good sound coming out on... that's what my meters are telling me anyways, right? Like, so... My meters are saying, but I get maybe there's a couple people at home are a little too quiet. You might just have to turn up your volume a little bit. But from our end here, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing some good meters, and we're bringing this live to you. My name is Willis Jean via Denianti Media. You can also check out some interviews on the Facebook and the YouTube here. We're live from Warman, Saskatchewan. And you got to hear Clarence Iron, so a lot of Cree, and doon zinigeder tanke dasan as a day jaya denegode bohonat ujan Saskatchewan nehul jage ya tor new hiring lanas a day der chalakwazi sanad deas and Sask Elite Gallican Grizzlies Hulia Sahel number 88 over the blue line. Quick pass centered there, and Holden Falchion is able to blocker that one away. So I guess we're going to get a little bit of practice in here for some Dene hockey commentary here. A little inspired by the Cree man himself. It sounds pretty cool when you're in here and listening to the way he does it. And so we're going to get some practice in right here at the Louis Riel Cup. And the Métis people, a lot of Métis people. I know half my family is Métis. Myself from First Nation, but a lot of Dene people, Dene speaking Métis, Cree speaking Métis in Saskatchewan as well. It's not just the Michif language. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Grizzlies with it, a 2-on-1. Through the legs, wasting too much time. I don't know if Luke Cassis would have done that. It would have been top cheddar right there. 1-0 for the Grizzlies. Instead, we're back the other way with speed through the neutral zone. Splits the D, but poke checked aside there by Jesse Birdman. Now the veteran, number 9, Lyndon Antoine. Antoine helping out these young guys here this weekend, trying to throw the body around with a bunch of teenagers here. It almost looks like Chiquita's back on the ice. A quick save there by Falchion, the young goaltender with the Indigenous Sports Academy. So Kudun Zinige Hello Dine John Warman, Saskatchewan as Arsila. Edre Quasi I Sask Elite Grizzlies. Tori Gauts and Tanke doesn't idea. John Sask Elite and Yell Pilot Cladas on Denea Theater Hockey, but I here. And I do Benerini des on the Tanke doesn't as a dated and I'll cloud. So Dan Dennis Uslin as the rest as the Erit. Johnson Kedas and as a dear Eschgenet Warlium Bakayan Tida Zone the large Tagaye are. Tanis and ye shall go to Mans at you. Could read will hit a death as a son. Death as should delk was a hit a garinga. So don't do any barrent ida, don't do a tongue bannery deha. Then that's a dear. So, ladies and gentlemen, still scoreless here with 5 minutes have gone by in this first period. As we move this puck over, we're going to get a penalty here to number 22. That's Odin Hildebrandt. is going to go for a hooking call. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got DJ XL here in the booth with us as well. Lots of moving parts to this tournament. The Métis Nation has done a good job of showcasing this event here. It's good to see a lot of different teams too. You don't see, as the last game here, we've had some guys from northern Saskatchewan. We've had some representing Beardies as well. One of them is joining us here, Uncle Lucas. And so you get to see a variety of different teams coming together. And you can see how they can jive and try to call themselves champion here tomorrow night about 8 p.m., I do believe. So it's good to change it up. And I'm sure there's some good hockey happening in Thunderchild right now as well, as Falchion covers that one up. So face off to the near side boards here, win to the Grizzlies. Back to the point. Quick pass over the blue line. Shot deflected off of Courage Antoine. Now his partner, Bryden Cochran. Quick pass up ahead. That's going to be fired behind the goaltender. The goaltender is Ethan Rathgerber. A lot of these young guys are playing in the Junior Bones League. Some of them here in Saskatoon in area. Also, on that note as well, the women's game, I believe the Wildcats were trailing 2-0. So the Wildcats are a young team from Prince Albert region. Quick play over the far side boards. Shoved off the puck. Elite with it now. Trying to get back to the point. Center to the middle, but couldn't get a quick shot off. Played it back down low. Little jump the gun on that play, but Fauchon's going to retrieve it. Quick little pass up the head. Sask Elite there almost ending up in his own bench. Grizzlies with it. Quick hit there by the defenseman. A lot of these young guys here, they're used to a different style. Walks in all alone, a high shot. That one was right into the back of the net. So a lot of these young guys are used to a system that they play throughout the year, and when you put a team together, you've got to be somewhat familiar. And I'm sure once they face off with some of these older teams where they bring a lot of that rough and tough hockey, they're going to feel it. But it's good for the exposure and the experience moving forward. A lot of these young guys are going to be the ones that we're watching when Uncle Lucas retires here. And so we look forward to that. Not his retirement, but these young guys playing. A big save there by Fauchon, in all alone again. Another glove save. That one goes high. So a couple of good chances there for the Grizzlies. Quick pass up the middle. Good thing they took out that two-line pass here. A lot of these plays would be blown down in Indian hockey. Kept in at the line. Decides to retrieve in his own zone. Grizzlies with it, still 0-0. 10 minutes have gone by in this period number 1. Rathgerber on one end and Fauschen from the ISA in the other. Grizzlies trying to dangle past the defenseman here, having some issues getting past Lucas Schell. Grizzlies still in possession with it. The Sask Elite have had some good chances, but the Grizzlies keep pressing down and carrying the puck down into their own zone. So the couple of chances the Elite have had, they're going to need to capitalize here, hopefully get on board. A quick shot there, the net comes off. The goaltender is able to fix that one. High off the glass, ends up in the Elite zone. Grizzlies picked off the defenseman. This young guy here skated right past the veteran, number 7, Kyle Lejeunesse. I believe Lejeunesse is played with the Broncos a few weeks back in the final. That one takes a weird bounce right off the boards, but Fauschen was able to catch that one. So I do apologize there. We still had the last score up from the previous game. It is 0-0. That one goes off a body and in right into the slot. So a good chance there for number 10 from the Grizzlies here, Grayson Sawarski. Grizzlies with the face-off win to the point. Doug Cook one-timer, but seen the whole way by Fauschen. He's going to glove that one down. Face-off win, Elite. Played behind the boards. Couldn't get that one to connect. A quick play right off the boards, but deflected wide, and the Grizzlies with possession again. Top of the circle, stripped of the puck. Kept in at the line, avoids a hit there. Trying to get that one across, a pad save by Fauschen, and he's able to cover that one up as Danton Sapp goes down into the corner on that play. Still scoreless, almost 11:40 here in the first period, ladies and gentlemen. Some good back-to-back action here. It's good to watch these young kids competing against one another, and I'm sure they do know each other from their respected leagues. Some representation from a couple of the older gentlemen as well, because they are playing a senior contact tournament. And that one stopped there by the goaltender. Face-off win, Grizzlies. Looking to get somebody open, centered in front now. A quick shot and glove save there by the young goaltender. I believe the ISA has still got to go to Penticton to finish off their league. I could be wrong. That shot was a little too wide. Now went all alone. Number 21 loses control of that one. Tylen Bloom, he's going to have some nightmares as he had an opportunity to get his team on board against a goaltender that hasn't been tested much throughout this first period. Now the young man, number 22, Jack. Jack is already got a big hickey here, as you can see it from the broadcast booth. Yeah. Sask Elite having some issues getting out of their own zone. With it now, the Grizzlies moving the puck around, very much like veterans do. Sends it back over the blue line. Tips that one forward. Tried to center that one in front there for Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt waiting down low. Eye off the glass, still on side finally. Elite. 3 guys over the blue line. Poke check there by the defenseman. Once again, that one's fired in. All this goaltender has done is stop the puck behind him, so the Sask Elite are going to have to create some offense here. A lot of these young guys have been pressing against this young goaltender who's been holding his own, very much like Peranto did here in the game number 1. So Jack, we're going to leave the comments about Jack alone here in this hockey. And they score! Number 23, Prada. A quick pass. Boom, boom. We're on the board. 1-0 for the Grizzlies. So that is after, I'm going to say this young guy's faced about 15 shots already. And not just some weak ones either. So a bit of a bad play here in the neutral zone that kind of created that offense going forward. They had a good chance to get a couple steps ahead of the forward here from the Grizzlies to try to get a shot here on the goaltender, but it is now 1-0 for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies with it. Number 9, Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart played junior B here in Warman. Center that one in front. Stewart back to the point. Deflected high over the net. Turner Cron. Quick pass across over to Sarowski. Kept in the line by Stewart. Cron with it. Blocker save high. Knocked down there. No high stick on the play. Sask Elite with it now. Near side. Waits for it. That shot was right off a stick. Couldn't even reach the goaltender. Cron with it. Cron. That pass is going to be an icing against the Grizzlies now. So, ladies and gentlemen, the schedule here for this evening. We're going to go into, I believe, right after this hockey game. We will go to the opening ceremonies, I do believe. And then right after that, we're going to get 7:30. The Battle River Hawks are going to face the Long Lake Selects. Then tomorrow, we're going to go right till 8 p.m. So disregard the first schedule I was reading to you if you've been tuning in here the last few games. So the men's division is going to be done tomorrow at 8 p.m. So rink 1, you'll get to see all the action for the men's division. And I'm not sure if we have the women's division. We'll get that, and hopefully they can bring that final game in here as well. I would hope that's the plan, so that we can showcase some of the women's hockey for you guys as well. I mean, if we wanted to, we could probably do a quick move, but it's also face-off win, Elite. 5 minutes remaining here in this first period. That pass intended for Boston Gagnon was now an icing call. Sask Elite Gagnon, fans on that pass. Picked up there by Boston again. Played behind his net to Rathberger. Near side boards now Grizzlies with speed over the blue line. Couldn't get past the defenseman, the veteran Kyle Lejeunesse. Blocker save there. Stop Easton Bauer. So that young man there, he's named after a hockey stick, the legendary hockey stick, Easton. I'm sure maybe some of you had some aluminum hockey sticks that froze your hand back in the early 90s. Maybe some of you were even standing over your stove trying to heat up the blade to get it out. Grizzlies right in the center, stopped there by Fauchen. This young goaltender has been keeping his team into this hockey game here. Lejeunesse couldn't get that one out. The Broncos, the Meadow Lake Broncos did make it to the final, but they lost the game 7-2, 7-5, maybe 6-5. They were able to turn it around. There was a couple goals early on in that hockey game. If you want to check out that hockey game, it is one of the maybe the last few games that we live streamed here on Deniati Media. Sask Elite. Past the defenseman. Tylen Bloom down low. Couldn't create anything in the Grizzly zone, and they fire that one back in. Bloom. Bloom alongside Sapp. With speed. No offside. He's held up. No call on the play. A big shot there by Jeff Stewart and Aiden Harmon, rather. But easily stopped there by the goaltender. Centered in front, right off the noggin of Fauchen, but nonetheless it stays out. Kept in at the line by Stewart. Grizzlies with it. One-timer, and they score. So a good play there by the defenseman to wait that one out. As you see them coming in Grizzlies here, waits it out, quick one-timer, and they score. One-timer, so a good, and it's good play there by the hockey game. Grizzlies' second goal. So Jaden Albert. Jason Albert here. So Jason's got a son on each side. I finally got to meet him actually. He was my university professor, instructor. Last year, I do believe. So he's sure he's cheering on both sides, but his son got a goal. No penalty on that play as he was hooked up along the way, and 17 seconds remaining here in this first period, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying the live feed right here from Warman, Saskatchewan. Stay tuned for period number 1. Thank you to our sponsors here, and my sponsors here at Denianti, Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development, and also Big Bear Contracting, and our sponsors to help make this event possible. SAS Telcares, PCL Construction, Max Power, Heat Tech Mechanical, Castles, Westridge, Next Gen Energy. So thank you to our sponsors to make this event possible right here in the Treaty 6 territory. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to period number 2. Two nothing for the Grizzlies now with speed over the blue line. One-timer, and they score that good chance. A good offensive zone play there by Brendan Jones to create that opportunity. A quick pass, boom, boom. 3-0 hockey game here for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies in control. As you've seen here in the previous game, it is a 7-0 mercy rule attached to this hockey tournament. Don't forget to join us right after this hockey game. Right after this hockey game, we're going to go into our opening ceremonies. We'll be bringing this to you live right here. Now the Elite and all alone now. Glove save. This goaltender hasn't faced many shots, so that's a big save for his team as that one's picked off at the blue line again, right across. Another chance stolen by the defenseman. These young guys throwing the body around. I guess a lot of even these young guys are not used to playing the big hitting game either. So some of them They do like to throw the body around, but a lot of these young teams now, it is a system. A lot of these coaches, especially watching, Pavel the last few years in Moose Jaw, even in the WHL games, you don't see a lot of big hits, maybe one a game. This is not the Jordan Tutu era. Now imagine if it was. Tried to fire that one on net as the goaltender Rathgerber was out of position. Now the Elite with it. Stolen right in through the center. A 2-on-1 now. Quick pass across. Dylan Prince. That pass goes off a defenseman with it. Prince keeps it onside. Icing is going to be waved off. Easton Bauer lays it right around here for his partner, Reed Slugoski. 3-0 hockey game here for the Grizzlies. Over the blue line, that one rolls right over the stick. One-timer attempt on a bouncy puck. Picked up behind the goaltender. That one's going to be gloved down by Faushin. Kept in at the line by the Grizzlies. Quick little spinorama move, centered in front, nobody there. And that the netting goes off, and that the ref was in position to blow that one down. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in here. Right after this hockey game, opening ceremonies from the Louis Riel Cup 2026. The mini stick hockey tournament is going to be, I believe it's starting tonight. It might be tomorrow. I know they had a lot of teams asking to register, but it filled up pretty quick. They're building small little rinks with small little nets in the gymnasium area right here, part of this facility. So this facility provides a lot of amenities as well. We've got some Booster Juice, Subway in the building. Also some good old rink food. Not sure if they got some Métis burgers here this weekend, but love save there by Faushin. So kudun dinege salodina jamasina hosin or Daniati media Direchela quasi sanade Sask Elite Grizzlies Tadayan Deluja second period only the Son Laza Diazet Ahuders quick blocker save by Faushin. That high stick almost blown down. Stick saved by the goaltender. Grizzlies looking to get possession, a big high shot. This goaltender is, he's not very big either. He's held his own for Beardies in a previous tournament. I believe it was the one here, the Christmas Classic here at Warman, hosted by the Canoe Lake Young Guns. Elite over the blue line. Had a few, lots of room to walk in a little bit. for a lot of these young guys, you know, tournament play is a lot different, especially with Indigenous hockey. So they're gonna learn outside of the system they're used to. It's not all about some of the rough and tough stuff, but also when to take your chances. You got to know when to hold them. Good old Kenny Rogers. And it's good for these young guys to experience a lot of that. A quick pass. Lost that in his feet. He looked like he was playing hacky sack, but couldn't get control of that one. Kept in at the line by the Grizzlies. Snuck right through the defenseman. Grizzlies, Hildebrandt, down low. Picked off once again. Jones and Hildebrandt to the point. Tried to get a quick shot on net. Now Sask Elite, a 2-on-1. Jack with him. Jack was waiting for the pass. Centered in the middle. This goaltender's only faced about 3 shots. Now in all alone on Foshin. Walks in, waits for it. Stopped there by Foshin. A quick play there by Hildebrandt, who's been picking cherries here in the last couple of minutes. But stopped by Foshin. 16:18 remaining here in this second period, ladies and gentlemen. It is still only 3-0, so lots of time left in this hockey game. Trying a quick shot attempt there as the Grizzlies. Stewart, quick pass through the middle. Tried to go blocker side, but shot that a little too low and wide. Stewart with it once again. Behind the net. Stolen by the Grizzlies. Prada loses control of that one. The Elite play that one off the high off the glass and out of their own zone. Grizzlies once again in the Elite zone. Prada one-timer and they score. A quick play there by Prada. And it is 4-0 for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies 4-0, 14 minutes remaining in this second period. Offside is the call. Jack's got a long name here, Kes. Casey Wasenat. Casey Wasenat. Jack Casey Wasenat. Face-off win Elite. Lejeune trying to fire that one in, but a little too weak. The Grizzlies. Grizzlies with it. Slogoski. Over the blue line. Walking in, centered in front. Slogoski picks that one up. Fires that one high and gloved down by the goaltender. Face-off win Grizzlies. Up the neutral zone. One-timer attempt stopped there by the goaltender. Hasn't been tested throughout this game. That's a big save here for the Grizzlies. Stewart with speed. Another chance here for the Elite. A fast shot went right through the glove, and that one ends up in his glove right after a quick deflection there. Another chance here for the Elite. That shot, a fast shot off into right the high off the glass, and a quick deflection ends up in his glove right into the glove right after a quick deflection. Face-off win, Grizzlies. It's almost like you're listening to NBC radio back in the day here. You've got Clarence Iron. You got to hear his wonderful voice. Not sure if he did some NHL hockey this year yet. You did? 2 games, eh? 1 more game to go. That'll be live on APTN. Full Nehewewin language. So one of the things he got to teach me was that he uses the ice surface as outdoor terms. You're describing the outdoor terms. So the ice is like a lake, and you're going around the lake. That's how he's describing in the Cree language. The blue line, the red line is the line that looks the same as a hickey, he said. Yeah, so for those of you that are listening, and plus you've got to create that storyline for a lot of these players as well. You got to be quick on the play. Something that takes a lot of practice, a lot of years. So shout out to Clarence Ziboy Iron. I know they're doing in different languages as well, Inuk language. They did the NHL one in the Anishinaabe language there. That video went viral. It almost sounded like a soccer game. Soccer game announcer when he scored that goal, just calling that in the Anishinaabe language. Lejeunesse with it. A little weak pass right off the boards, picked up by the Grizzlies. In all alone through the middle. High shot there by Hildebrandt. Lejeunesse again. Tried to center that one. Kept in at the blue line, Grizzlies. Elite are going to, almost looks like they've given up a little bit on that as they tried to clear their zone. Hildebrandt. Bit of a long shift here for this young guy. 4-0 hockey game. Centered there right off the iron, and into the corner there was Prada. Prada was set up by Hildebrandt. Now the Elite. A big shot, and that one's easily gloved down by the goaltender, Rathgerber. Fenceman lost his footing there as Stewart carries that one out of his own zone. Dances through the neutral zone. Jack Casey-Wasenat. Not sure where that last name comes from. Casey-Wasenat. Deflected in, and they are on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a hockey game with 8 minutes left to play here, right here in Warman, Saskatchewan. Not sure the end result of that first game for the ladies. So 4-1 hockey game. Elite fire that one the length of the ice to the near side corner. Pick up over the blue line with speed now. He's got his partner with him. Quick deflection, goes high over the goaltender. Faustin didn't see that one until a little bit late, but lucky it was wide. 7 minutes remaining. 4-1 hockey game. Elite with it. Quick shot on net. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in here. This is the Louis Riel Cup 2026. Thank you to our sponsors for making this event possible. We're coming to you live here from the broadcast booth. You got music provided by DJ XL. High off the glass and right into, almost caught it, very Marc-Andre Fleury-like. Grizzlies with it now, walking in right to the center. So the winner of this hockey game is going to play the Chiefs. So they were the Mustangs, but now they're the Chiefs, I guess. Mustang Chiefs. The trainer, David Larocque. That one's right out of the zone of the Sask Elite, picked up at the blue line. Looking to get a pass across, but that play broken up through the defenseman, deflected wide, centered in front, but nobody there. Now in possession again. The Grizzlies with it. Easton Bauer over to Jones. Sask Elite. Quick slap shot now by Courage Antoine. You don't get to see a lot of the slap shots nowadays. That a lot of these hockey sticks these players are buying have got that spring action, spring loaded. So a quick little wrister and they score 5-1. Trey Marcus 5-1. Waited out the goaltender. A little bit too late on the replay there. So 4:20 remains. Stewart on the defense. Plays that for his partners up head, but easily flicked into the Elite zone. Elbows up on that play, but no call on it. Jack with it now. Trying to center that in the middle. Picked up there by Jack. Right across to Lejeunesse. Wide shot on net. Only about 8 shots here on this goaltender, so Sask Elite are going to have to create a little more opportunities. Help his goaltender, and they score. The ref was in position, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to see the replay here. Let's see if we get a little more opportunities. Help his goaltender, and they score. It goes right through the ref was in position, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to, and it is now 6-1. It's always important, especially with $30,000 on the line, that the officials are in position. That happened in game number 1 as well. Some other guys were asking me if we had access to some of the in-house cameras, because apparently that was a goal that happened in the first game, so that might have turn the page for Long Lake now in all alone. Up against Falchion. Slows it down. Blocker saved there by the young goaltender. Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt has been planted up ahead for this young Grizzlies team. 2:18 remains. I'm actually kind of excited to see this young team go up against the Chiefs here. They've been dominating, but we haven't seen much of this goaltender being tested, and I'm sure we're going to see, you know, Talon Thomas, who likes to create that opportunity for his teammates, and we'll get to see that here Friday night, 8:45 p.m. So, you know, these young kids, if they keep moving, a lot of the veterans are a quick little break, and that one's going to be gloved down, 1:30. So that is going to do it for game number 3 right here in Warman, Saskatchewan. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Come on back here after this hockey game. We're going to go live for the opening ceremonies. We're going to see how we can tune into the feed, bring it out. I'm sure we can get the sound Grizzlies with it. Last minute of play. Kept in. Sask Elite. Antoine. Antoine's been taking it to these young guys here, throwing his body around. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, 7 o'clock, I think it is scheduled for. And then game number 4, Battle River Hawks against the Long Lake Selects. So tune in again right here on Deniati Media. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Also, a couple of interviews on the Deniati Media Facebook and TikTok page as well. Once again, for this next hockey game, you're going to get to hear some more Cree hockey action. So thank you for tuning in as the Gallican Grizzlies are going to move on. So stay tuned. Come on back here for opening ceremonies. Oh.